Hey BookTube, welcome back. I'm Winx and the ink I'm talking about today is Book Nooks. As you might have noticed, I have a slightly different background going on here, and that's because I finally finished my book nook. I have always wanted to have a reading nook. So over the last few months, I started to make actual plans to create a reading nook, and everything finally fell into place this last week. So I was able to put it together and make my reading nook this weekend, and it's been awesome. I'm so excited. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you're probably already quite aware of the fact that I have a new reading nook because I've been posting constantly, but for those of you who aren't, or for those of you who want a closer look, I thought that I would do today's video as a bit of a book nook tour. So the corner that I'm sitting in right now is actually diagonal from the corner where I used to sit to do my videos. And this corner used to have a bed in it. It was our guest bed, but then we got a couch downstairs that folds out into a full-size bed. So it didn't really make sense to have two extra full-size beds. So I went ahead and I sold the bed that was over here, and I bought this chase, which you can see right behind me. And I actually got this at Fred Meyer, and it was a really good deal. I think it ended up costing about 150 bucks. And then the shelves I got from IKEA, and they were delivered and assembled on Saturday. I'd never actually done it where you have IKEA assemble them for you, but whoa, it was awesome. They built these two shelves in about 15 minutes. They don't have to look at instructions because they are like IKEA wizard people, and so yeah, it was amazing. It would have taken me like 6 hours and 3 friends to put these together, so highly recommend. Oh, and then also the lamp back here, it's a little reading lamp thing. I got that at IKEA as well, and I thought that it would be perfect just to sort of curve up over my chase for proper reading light. Very important. So yeah, I'm actually going to show a picture now, and that is a view from a little bit further back of the nook as a whole, and I really like this picture. Of course, it has Mosa in it because what's a picture without a kitty? But it gives you a little bit better view of everything together. And it also shows off my bead curtain, which is off to the side here in the doorway. And I can't really show it very well right now because it's daytime, and when there's light coming through, you can't really see the picture that it makes. But as you can see in the photo, obviously it makes a picture of a bookshelf. And I love this bead curtain. This isn't new. I actually got this 3 years ago-ish. Also, the kitties really like to jump through it like some sort of magical pony thing, and it's pretty cute when they do that. They also don't chew on it, which is surprising. You would think that with all these little beaded strings in one spot, they would be just freaking out and trying to rip them down, but for some reason they don't. So I guess what I'll do last then is just sort of go through my shelf setup and show you how I've organized things. Starting on this side, this is my fullest shelf at the moment, and it is basically from here over all Mary Russell books, and from here over all Lynn Llewellyn books. Then the second shelf has some newer books and ongoing series, books that I'm really excited to read. Somehow it kind of all makes sense to group these together, even though there isn't like a singular thread that ties them all. And you can see on the far side here I have my little spooky Grim Reaper guy. Then up top here I have my little kitty plushie, which my friend actually made for me. And she also made these book pillows. I have this one. I also had a bigger red mystery book one. You might have noticed these sitting on my chase in the photo I showed. And then this lower shelf is books that I wasn't really sure how to categorize, and somehow that made them into a category for me. Then I'll hop over to the other side before I have to adjust the camera up or down. So this is my fancy bookshelf, as I like to call it. It has my Sherlock Holmes set, which I've shown previously, as well as some Barnes & Noble editions of books that I like. Then this shelf, of course, has some knickknacks. I have my owl guy, and look at this little Harry Potter kitty pincushion. It is amazing, and there are no words, only love. Then the next shelf down is a bit more geeky in nature. This is where I keep most of my computer science and tech books. Got a collection of O'Reilly's back here, and some books from courses I took in college, and all of my Kindles, because for some reason I can never bring myself to get rid of my old Kindles, and a few random Star Trek items because yeah. And then the shelf beneath these doesn't really have much. This is another plushie that my friend made, and as you can see, it is a happy sword. Happy sword is happy. Then these bottom shelves are all of my bigger items, which is mostly graphic novels as well as craft stuff. This little set of rainbow binders here is where I keep all of my cross-stitch thread, so it's nice and organized. Then I have my scrapbook here, which I mentioned in my video about Dargo. And I have a couple coloring books, some graphic novels, and then a book that I use for NaNoWriMo. Okay, I moved us up. So this is the tallest row that I actually have things on right now. There's one more row of shelves right above, but they are totally empty, so there's no point in showing those. And this one is pretty sparse as well. As you can see, I've got like a few candles over here, some Adagio tins. I have my stack of bookmarks, and all the books over here are basically like queer authors of the 20s, so Gertrude Stein, Gina Barnes, Radcliffe Hall, that kind of stuff. So I don't have a ton of those, but it felt like it warranted its own little area. And it's kind of hard to see this, but this is a handkerchief that has the library call number of A Well of Loneliness embroidered on it, which was another gift from my partner. They give very thoughtful gifts. And yeah, so I really love this, and it came in this little shadow box, so obviously it makes sense to put it in this area. Then as you can see, I turned the shelf on this side into a little memorial for Dargo. So this is the urn that I got him, and this is a little hollow ring pendant that I put some of his ashes in, and so I can wear it as a necklace. And then I have his little red bow tie, and this is all sitting on a little square quilt that he loved. Then I have his paw prints, both in ink and a little plaster mold of them, and a photograph, which is one of my favorite photographs of him, as well as this amazing drawing that my friend made. And in fact, it's the same friend who made all the plushies that I've been talking about in this video, so clearly she is just like the most talented human being that has ever existed. So there you go. That is my reading nook as it currently stands. I'm really looking forward to filling out the shelves a bit more. I am so in love with it. I basically don't want to ever leave this room because it is just perfect and awesome, and yes. Let me know in the comments if you have a reading nook or a favorite reading spot inside your home, outside your home, whatever place it is that you just love and associate with reading and all the good things. I hope everybody had a great weekend and is gearing up for an awesome week. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!